Okay, we should be live. What's up, guys? Can everyone hear me? Does everyone see the Bitcoin chart? Loud and clear. Perfect. How's everyone doing? Everyone back alive after the Bitcoin pump? I longed so many shitcoins. Gonna give it some time so some people can join. Just like 5 minutes and then I'll get started. You will be able obviously to rewatch after the stream ended. Video will be uploaded to YouTube, so that's fine, you know. Just gonna be a chill live stream, you know. Gonna give my thoughts on Bitcoin, obviously. We'll take a look at some altcoins and yeah, do some requests probably as well. Kicking names and talking some ass. Taking some ass. Mr. Trade. Nah, always another one. No worries. Hello Marco, what's up? Honestly, this weekly is shaping up really nicely in my opinion. Almost no wick to the upside, so I wouldn't be surprised if we close the weekly in the green. But important to keep in mind that we're still range bound until proven otherwise. Everyone will get excited again. We will probably see some more upsides. Everyone will be talking about 60k. And I will probably see another nuke to shake those out and then spend more time than people think, than people anticipate. And until they lose sight and they lose conviction in the upside play, that's probably the time we're gonna break out, as always. But I'll give my detailed thoughts in a second. Just gonna wait like 2 more minutes. So some more people can join. Can you share some altcoin good now? I'll give my thoughts on some altcoins I'm in after Bitcoin. Hello, Bilal. Are we long or short? Long all day, man. Not on Bitcoin though, on shitcoins. We're close to 7k subs. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube so we get that 7k. We're on our way to 10k. That would be a nice milestone. So yeah, if you haven't subbed already, feel free to do so. Also leave a like, helps me a lot to get more exposure on YouTube, to get more views, get more people in. So I would appreciate that a lot. Right, let's get started. So before we get into the video, before we get into the market thoughts, quick shout out to the sponsor of the live stream, which is Prime XBT. I've been working together with them for years. Lovely exchange where you can not only trade crypto but also forex indices and some metals, all in a single Bitcoin based or USDT based. You can use whatever collateral you want to trade all of those assets in one place. The link is in the description. Go check it out. If you make an account using my link, using the link in the description, send me a message on Twitter or on Discord and I'll get you added to my Discord group. In my Discord group I post more analysis, especially on altcoins, just more low time frame thoughts, you know, keeping my Twitter to the to one post. You know, I'm not gonna spam my Twitter, but I am spamming in Discord in separate channels, obviously altcoin channel, Bitcoin channel, with thoughts and obviously my trades that I take. I'm currently running a 10k sort of challenge. I don't really want to call it a challenge, but trying to run it up. Started like 2 days ago, I think. We're almost at 11k. Nothing happened yet, you know, but we're trying to run it up, posting all updates and amounts I risk on trades and stuff like that in the Discord. So if you want to join, it's completely free. All you have to do is use the link in the description. You can also get a $7,000 deposit bonus if you use that link. So make sure to check it out. As I said before, leave a like on the stream, helps me a lot, and subscribe if you haven't already. We're very close to 7k subs, so I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe. Hello Pickle, what's up? Right, with that being said, let's dive into the charts, I would say. Let's start off with Bitcoin, right? We absolutely nailed selling the top here, but sadly only sold 15%, okay? As you guys know, my initial plan... Hello, Super Mario. My initial plan for Bitcoin was to sell 40% of my spot in between 48 and 60k. Okay, this area was for me the lower high area and the area where I thought was a good place to take some profit, because I thought after that that we would at least see a retest or a retrace from there back into 30-40Ks. All right, so the plan was, right, not thinking that we would go straight for all-time highs, and which we obviously didn't do so far. I mean, and that's the reason why I thought it was more likely to do something like this and then get everyone excited up here and then retrace, right? Not sure to where, towards 40, maybe 30k, and then make a higher low, right? Spend more time in between those two levels until we ultimately break out and full send to new highs, okay? So that was the plan, selling 40% up here. Why 40%? Well, if we would have gone straight for new all-time highs, I'd still have 60% exposure. If not, and we make the lower high for the time being at least and retrace, I would be able to rebuy lower down, okay? So I followed that plan exactly and started selling on this first spike. Why there? Because this high, in my opinion, was a key level, okay? Main draw on liquidity on the high time frame, weekly draw on liquidity being swept after ETF approval. Well, that was a clean target and a clean profit-taking area for me, right? So that's why I sold 15% already on the spike up here. Tweeted about it live, so there's literally no hindsight in this. All posted live, even on Twitter. Said I was selling while everyone else was calling for 60k. All right. So that happened, only 15%. Sadly, we didn't go higher. I would have loved if we went for 52, 54 straight away and then retraced. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. We swept the highs, closed pretty ugly, broke back inside former range here, and even broke down a bit, okay? Now we swept the lows, equal lows here, swept them, and currently, as you can see, strong reclaim. I started buying back on the dip down here, also tweeted about it live, had more orders lower down. So I didn't get to sell everything I wanted to sell up here, and I didn't get to buy back what I wanted to buy down here. But that's fine, you know. It's all about following the plan and getting those orders in, even if it's just half of them, right? With high probability plays like this, you're gonna make money, okay? So bought the lows again, which are currently in profit. I am not ruling out another dip into the lows, but if you take a look at the weekly, let's remove those lower time frame levels for now, so it's a bit cleaner. Yeah, but if you look at the weekly, right, it's looking extremely good in my opinion. If you take a look at the lows from here and the highs from here, well, we swept the highs, ugly rejection, back inside the range. Now we swept the lows, right? Ugly rejection, which means buying pressure for the downside, and back inside the range as well. So what's the most likely scenario for me is just to keep on ranging within this range for the coming weeks, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if we from here, right, probably, I don't think we're gonna put in some legs from here. I think to be maybe towards this range mean, right? Then probably see a rejection again, maybe towards range low. From there back towards the highs. Up here, that's gonna be a key area, right? I've talked about it from when we were trading down here. That red area along with range highs are gonna be key. Either we reject there and then I could see a retrace back towards range lows, or we break above, and if we do so and close the daily above this area, above this consolidation that led to the downside, I think there's not going to be anything stopping us from going to 52, 54, 58, 60k, right? But yeah, like I said, I still think the highest probability of what's gonna happen here is simply more ranging before breaking out, right? We swept the highs, okay, maybe retest range low, back towards the highs, back towards here, range a lot until everyone loses their mind. Then probably you're gonna get that ugly price action at the highs where you reject, everyone thinks it's over again, pump straight back up again, reject again, and then ultimately break out, right? You get that a lot where everyone then FOMOs in thinking you're gonna break out, but then boom, do the same here. Everyone thinks we're gonna break out, but then boom, and then when everyone gives up or everyone got stopped out, yeah, then you get the pump. So that's also why it's difficult to catch a move like that on margin, and it's way easier to just buy spots and hold spots and do it like that. So what's my plan for Bitcoin? On the spot side, right, I got more buy orders down here, and I have more sell orders all the way up here. So my plan of selling 40k will still stand, okay? It's only if we retest 30k's or lower that I'm probably not gonna sell the 50k area, because then we've already gotten the retrace and the retest. So at that point, I would say probability of us pumping through and going for all-time highs have increased a lot. While if we haven't, even with this dip that we just got, the probabilities of us going higher from the 50k area towards all-time highs have increased, in my opinion. Would have been worse if we would have just kept pumping from here, right, and did this. Then I'd feel way more skeptical about the move, and I'd probably de-risk a lot in the 58-60k area, looking for a move towards the downside. But yeah, that's why I said if it still happens, I'll more than maybe I take some. I'll more than likely take some off, but probably not 40%. Okay, but yeah, plan for now is just buy the dips on spot and take some profit if we pump to new highs. All right, then for the lower time frames. slow week for me, to be honest. I'm gonna put in these levels again. Oops. There we go. This is what I was watching the entire week, to be honest. The highs these were the initial highs. That got swept here. Then I said, looking for my initial plan was this. I took this as the low. I said sweep into OTE and I might long, but the sweep happened overnight. And more importantly, I talked about it in the Discord as well. I said the sweep happened on the daily candle before the close. And if you take a look at the naked chart, what did that mean? What low is it? Hold on, let's do this differently. As you can see, if you mark out that low, turned out to be the bottom here. But anyways, if you marked out that low, right, and went to the daily, you can see it's not a daily low. Why? Because this sweep right here happened before the daily close. So it's counted into the wick, right? Which is why this wasn't the key low anymore, but instead it became this one. Okay, because that was a daily low and there was going to be more liquidity below it. So deleted that one, had a new plan, marked out this low, OTE was still the same. I said if we sweep the lows into OTE and see a reclaim, boom, I might long, might even long blindly on the sweep into OTE, long from there, looking simply for the highs and maybe into first resistance. Unfortunately, never got the sweep. And now we're here, okay? So I don't feel the need to short this because, as I said, we just reclaimed this daily range. So I could see more upsides and a squeeze higher towards here. And more importantly, these highs, these in my opinion gonna be key. But also don't feel comfortable longing here because we pumped into some low time frame supply. So on Bitcoin, I'm just flat on margin and rather focus on some stronger altcoins, okay? But I personally think that Bitcoin is on its way towards these highs up here and the reaction there will be key, okay? So as long as we now hold range mean, I think that's the next target, pump towards there, into range high and reject, could be a nice short, okay? Back towards the lows. If we reclaim this, right, I would wait for a daily close above range high. If we close strong into red, in my opinion, that would be a good sign. And then a retest of range low should hold. If it holds, I think we full send to new highs. All right. That's a whole bunch of talking. I hope that's clear. Everyone still with me? Hello, Kukreti. Here till the end, nice. Makes sense. Alright, awesome. So yeah, that's all I'm watching for Bitcoin. I wouldn't get too excited on moves like this. Because it's, you know, Bitcoin, you know. It's unlikely to pump straight to new highs from here, in my opinion. Although things can go really fast, obviously, once they get going. And it's looking good, you know. You can't ignore all of this upside. And this is just the first range that we formed, where we swept the highs, high time frame liquidity got swept, and we swept the lows. So the most favorable thing to do will still be longing, obviously. I haven't really taken any short on Bitcoin yet in the last I don't know, months. I was going for a hedge. If we would have retested this range high a little bit higher from here, I was going to short but never got it. To target these lows. Never got an entry, but it is what it is. As well, don't want to short here, but could also just be a scam pump. Exactly, you don't know. Which is why if it's not clear, right, just stay out, you know. It's better to just focus on other things or just let it go, you know. You don't always need to be in a position. I'm taking it easy. Also, I don't like this 4-hour flat bottom, to be honest. You see this candle pumped straight from the open? I wouldn't be surprised if you revisit that. Ideally, if it's strong, we close the daily up here, strong, and then see over the weekend a scam move lower down to take out that flat 4-hour and maybe even these lows in here, scam wick it down, and then we get bought up and close back above range low. At that point, I will probably take a long targeting range high. Then I'd feel comfortable. I think we don't get the perfect retest. Bitcoin is just front running. Yeah, possibly. That's what it tends to do, you know. But even then, it's more likely that it just ranges, doesn't give you the perfect entry, but also doesn't break out straight away, you know. It will probably take time and then we will go. What's your color settings? Here you go. Right. Okay, let's do some altcoins. I'll first talk about those I'm in. That obviously makes the most sense. The one I'm in with the most risk on the table, well, not at the moment, but I'll... yeah, I raised my stop, so it's not most risk anymore, but it's the biggest position size. On the challenge, well, you know, I don't like calling it challenge account, but on the 10K account, I will say, is PIT. I've been watching this one for ages, from back down when we reclaimed this. It's with newer coins like this, I really like trading them. Why? Well, obviously no bag holders, and on top of that, they very often have very clear price action. And what I mean with that is often they dump, and then they reclaim a key area, and that's a very high probability long towards the highs, okay? So I was watching this initially on the reclaim after this pump because that changed everything, okay? We went from lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and made a higher high here, okay? Well, higher low here. If you compare it to this, you could also call it a higher low. But you get the point, right? We reclaimed some key levels on this move. Then when we were down here, I marked out this local range. This one is not, should be right there. Okay, marked out that range and we said, right, we swept the highs when we were trading here. We said to get in, we want a sweep of the lows into key level lining up with demand, okay? Sideways price action before the upside. We wanted a sweep in there. We got a sweep, but unfortunately, once again, I can't remember exactly if it was over the weekend. Yeah, it was over the weekend or overnight. Can't remember. But as you can see, by the time I got to look to this, I think it was over the weekend. We were already trading much higher. So I missed my entry there on that sweep. I don't like setting orders blindly, rather just enter live when I see it. So failed to get in there. But I had a new plan and I said as long, yeah, not FOMOing in around range mean, obviously, but I was looking for a retrace back inside this range, because this was then the sideways price action that led to this move. So I knew if it was bullish, any retest into this consolidation area is a must hold, okay? And as you can see, we got our Monday range as well, went below Monday low, and then it was looking strong. So that's when I decided to trigger a long, right? Invalidation right below the consolidation that led to the upside, as I just said. Demand, invalidation right below there. And as you can see, nice reaction from the lows straight to Monday high. Overnight, unfortunately, I had 50% TP, take profit, right in between Monday high and this range mean level. Wanted to take off 50%. As you can see, we tapped Monday high, but rejected exactly at Monday high, and I had my TP a little bit higher, so I got front run. So I'm still 100% into my position. But what did I do? I raised my stops towards there. Why? I only move stops higher up or to break even if I have a new invalidation, right? If that's my new invalidation. Raising your stop when you're still in the trade and when invalidation hasn't changed doesn't make any sense, okay? But in this case, we swept Monday low, consolidated, reclaimed, and sent towards Monday high. I now know if this is bullish and this wants to go for the highs, any retest of Monday low lining up with this sideways price action that led to the pump to Monday high is now a must hold area, which is why I raised my stop. I had like 1k risk on this, raised my stop towards right below here. It's now, I think, a $300 risk, and I know any downside, any sweep of the lows into this blue area is a must hold. I might even look to add, because I think this looks absolutely beautiful. What will the target be? Well, at this point, I'm not sure if I'm gonna TP 50%. I will definitely TP some at Monday high and at these highs, but definitely keep some for the breakout play towards these highs up here. All right, does that make sense? All right, so that's position I'm still in. Then second one, the other ones are very low risk shit coins, just yeah, that I like. Did a nice trade on this one with, not sure how to pronounce it even, but when it was trading like this, you know, whenever a coin does that kind of scammy price action where it tends to sweep the highs, reject, right? Instant down candle, but then slowly grinds up again, sweeps again, reject, grinds up again, sweeps, reject, right? Exactly what you got here. What it often tends to do is then just accelerate and break out to the upside, which is what it did here. So I longed into this consolidation and I closed it. There were 2 hourly candles, yeah. Closed it on the first hourly pump, but yeah, risk on this one was like $300, so nothing too big, because yeah, it's a shitcoin, you know, can do whatever it wants. But I just longed again this morning. Hold on, let me see. I think I'm underwater right now. Yeah, longed it here again because I think these equal highs are screaming to get swept. Kept a tight stop. Not sure if it's gonna be safe, but it's like, hold on, let me see. Risking $250. So you know, it's just for a 2R, $500 profit. Quick scalp, quick day trade. If I lose it, so be it. Okay. But I really liked how we bounced on this former consolidation that led to the upside, and how we got these sort of higher time frame highs unswept into this key level. So I wouldn't be surprised even if I get stopped, we do something like this, reclaim, and then go for the highs. Maybe even lower, maybe even something like this to get all of this liquidity into this key level. It's cleaner on the 4 hour, I think. Yeah, from there, right? Pivotal level, sweep in there, and then make our way towards the highs. So if I get stopped out of this, I will probably try again to long, and probably with a little bit more risk on the table, because yeah, I think this looks good. But again, shitcoin, so be careful. Another shitcoin is UMA. Let's start on the daily. So also new listed coin, massive pump, and then after the pump, well, actually it was before the pump, this was the consolidation that led to continuation. Kilo right here, swept, reclaimed, okay, clean highs above. So in my opinion, as long as we now hold above this kilo, right, could see this, I think we put in some more legs potentially towards new highs, okay. Obviously, as on everything, I will be taking off in parts as we go, if we go, obviously. Also underwater on this one, but you know, I have my invalidation, I know where I'm wrong. This one's with $700 on the table, I think. Might add a little bit if we sweep some lows, right? We got some resting right here, right here. So if we do something like this, sweep them in there, and then reclaim and a full send, okay? Might add some, what it's nice for to add, just like I did with TIA yesterday, is just to lower your average entry, even if it's just for a play towards local highs, right? If your entry is horrible, but you're still not in with full risk, you can add on a dip, bring your average entry down, and just take some off at the local highs again, right? So we'll see, okay? That's another one I'm in. Yeah, and that's gonna be it, I think. Yeah, and then Solana also posted this one live. I bought some spots on the sweep here. Actually bought the lows at $80. Yeah, chart speaks for itself, you know. Clean highs, clean lows. You could even take these equal highs as the highs. Doesn't really matter, but you get the idea, right? Clean lows, swept the lows into the sideways price section that led to the upside. So people were accumulating longs, swept the lows in there. That was enough for me to buy some spot. Reclaimed now, so what I'm looking for here is a continuation move back towards the highs, and I'll probably sell up there. It's just for a quick play on spot. Let's see, that would be 35% move. That's lovely, you know. So also pretty damn bullish on this one. All right. Yeah, same on this one, you know. If it goes lower, I mean, so be it. Could still see another sweep, but that's why I bought spot. I'll probably buy some more if we see another sweep. Do you trade with order flow as well? Why funding CVD? Nope, not really. But yeah, it's bad timing in my opinion with Bitcoin right now, because yeah, Bitcoin just put in a nice pump into resistance. So if Bitcoin retraces, right, alts will probably nuke as well, if they haven't put in their legs yet. So I wouldn't rush into anything new right now. I would just take it easy. So just price action and liquidity. Yep, exactly. What are your high conviction altcoin plays for the longer term? None. Ethereum. That's it. And Bitcoin is the only things I hold for the long term as actually investments. I don't believe in all the rest. All the rest is just like a cycle of, sure, they will go 100x, but what will they do after, you know? The massive runners from one bull market are next bull market underperformers mostly, you know. So yeah. Cal pills. Maybe quick scalp on 40, 200, 40, 500. You mean a long? From here? Yeah, maybe, but not worth it, in my opinion. Unless you long somewhere around here with a stop below the lows and the target of all the way up here, but then it's not a scalp, you know. Something like this would make sense, in my opinion. Then you just play the range play and you assume that the low is in here for now at least, right? Then you buy the dip and target the highs. This would make sense, in my opinion, of course. Lovely trying to join Prime with your code for the server, but something went wrong. That shouldn't happen. What do you mean, on Prime or the Discord? If the Discord link is not working, send me a message on Twitter. My DMs are open. And if Prime is not working as well. On Prime, yeah. Yeah, normally you should just click the link and make your account there. ARB. Your plan is also perfect. Yeah, let's see, man. ARB, let's do ARB. Let's take a look. We actually sold, at first when I sold ARB and LDO, you know, when we were in spot, I was like, shit, I'm gonna miss out, because it pumped a little after. But if I'm checking right now, like, after all, it was a good decision to take profit. Also on Pepe, and actually want to check Pepe as well. Let's do ARB first though. Broke out of this high time frame range on the weekly. And let's see, yeah, I really like this. As you can see, weekly swept 2 previous weekly lows, which is pretty significant. What's gonna be resistance? Probably that one. Let's see lower time frames. Yeah, see this level lining up with supply, so that's gonna be key. Resistance gonna be up here. Supply, the sideways price action that led to all the downside. We swept the lows, so some clean highs here as well. If you're in longs from lower, right, and you're in nice profit, I would take some off probably, and all the rest for these highs, take some more off and then into supply. But for swing longs, I would wait for bullish price action above here. something like this, or a daily close above here and then buy the retests and sell a lot higher. For spot, yeah, at the same time, might not go down that much anymore. If you get another dip, anything close towards this range high level is a good buy in my opinion. Anything close to 1.5. But yeah, to be honest, I don't think 1.7 is a bad buy either for the long term. It's pretty bullish on ARB and LDO ETH betas. So yeah, but it's looking good for now, for a little bit higher at least towards this blue area. Let's see what Pepe is up to. He's still in this stupid ass range. It's disappointed me, to be honest. I would have expected this to trade towards the highs way earlier. But yeah, if this one retests like this area, I might buy some again. But then again, it's disappointed me this much that I think there might be better plays out there. So, any more questions? So go ahead and long whiff, everyone. Pump my bags, send it to the highs. Nah, I'm joking. But yeah, I mean, I could definitely get stopped out here, which is why the risk was that low, you know. I knew tight invalidation, very low risk. If it goes for the highs, we made equal highs here as well, so that's why if we sweep this low once more, hold on, let me delete all of this. Right, if you take a look on the 4 hour, where is local liquidity now resting, right? One side is gonna be up there, obviously, with these highs, and as the lows, you've got these lows, and then it's probably, see what you should do whenever you get all of this, right? A lot of lows, and you don't know which one to take, zoom out, okay? Zoom out to the 12 hour, to the daily, right? Check those daily lows, and then you know which one's gonna be key, because daily lows gonna be more liquidity below them than 4 hour lows or hourly lows, for example. See, that daily low comes in right there, so you now get a perfect plan. If you sweep this, boom, potential long there on the reclaim, target the highs. If not, closes below here, wait for a sweep of there, reclaim, long, target the highs. Invalidation on this play, probably an aggressive long on the sweep already, because you know it's coming into a high time frame pivot. Invalidation below there. On this sweep, probably still below the demand, but yeah, then you're basically placing your stop at a liquidity pocket, you know? So not too sure about that one, but you get the idea here, right? Rose, yes, sure. Long Pepe yesterday from, just in case, nice. I've been eyeing Root for some days now. Let's check Rose and then Root. Yeah, huge range, right? As you can see, I had this range for ages. Did nice place on this pump, on this one. But yeah, as you can see, we deviated or swept the highs and are back inside the range. So what should hold was a clean buy here down there, to be honest. As you can see, look how pivotal this range mean has been, right? First here, resistance, 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 broke above, consolidated and held as support, and then broke out. So that's gonna be a must hold area. So for spot, I would say anything close to the mid range is a good buy. What you want to see here for continuation to the upside is a break back above range high. So if we manage to break above here, probably wait for a strong daily close above here, buy the retest and sell much higher. Appreciate your insights, learned a ton from your posts. Hey, great to hear, man. Thanks. Root. This? Seems like a fairly new coin. Yeah, difficult. Either the low is in my opinion, and this was the sweep of these lows that leads to some new highs, or we're probably gonna go all the way back down towards here. You see a lot of price action in this area. Yeah, then this one is interesting for buys. Right here, I don't know, man. We just swept some lows close to 12 hour, pretty strong. Daily is looking healthy, so could be in for some upside. Just a small range play towards the highs here. I could definitely see that, but then again, in order to target new highs, we will need a break above the supply, the sideways price action that led to the downside. Everything the same thing, you know. If we sweep the highs in there, break down, right? Not good, get out. If we close up here and retests are getting bought, yeah, then most likely we're gonna put in some more legs. SNX. Let's see. Weekly. Nope. Yeah, I bought some spot on this. I don't know around this range mean, but I'm already out of that. Yeah, but this is looking good as well. You see just the most pivotal area on the chart from all the way back there. Something like this. Support, support, resistance, resistance, resistance there, broke above, and now swept the lows, weekly lows, into that area and strong reclaim. Daily. Yeah, the thing is, it does look good on the weekly, but I would wait for a weekly close. If the weekly close is strong, then I could see it run back towards range highs. But I don't like the look of this on the daily and on the 12 hour, because it's constantly making lower highs and then scam pumps into resistance, rejected again, right? Scam pumps into resistance all the way back down. So we really need to break that pattern in order for us to really send to new highs. So I could also see this run all the way down towards this gray area again, towards this range mean maybe first, and bounce strong from there, from the origin of this entire move, which is this gray area. So I'd be careful with this one. Let's see what our Bitcoin is dumping a little. This before people think I'm in that trade. Yeah, you see what I mean? What I meant better? Pumped straight into resistance, now rejecting, probably going for this flat hourly low. It's probably gonna be a draw. And at that point we're down quite a bit, which could lead to a slip in there and send us to the lows, honestly. So I'd be careful. That's the reason why you don't trade Bitcoin. Well, you do, but you take profit as soon as you got it, right? No point in holding for the highs, because it's just in a stupid high time frame range. So we're, yeah, likely to range, you know. In ranging conditions like this, you don't hold positions. You get in and get out as soon as possible. Yeah, this is gonna stop me out more than likely. Let's see, Uma. That's still looking good. I think this is just making a higher low here and going back to the highs. And then we have Bit looking strong again, you know. Yesterday when Bitcoin was doing this, yeah, was this, where was it? All of this, well, all of this downside. I mean, Bitcoin was dumping on the lower time frames and Bit was actually holding up really nicely. Let's see, can I... Bit. We're gonna see like this. See this weekly on Bit. You see? Doesn't this scream for higher? Take this weekly candle. Just a high and the low. What does this tell you? I think this wants to fly. And then you zoom into the daily. Beautiful reclaim, retest. This wants to fly, man. I'm telling you. Anyways, what was I going to do? Hourly. Where was it? Yeah, here you see. Bitcoin was dumping and this was putting in some legs to the upside. Yeah, I really like Bit. I should even have long more. Anyways, we're not gonna be greedy. But yeah, I like it. I really like it. Right, any more questions? Link? Best of the best. Hey, let's go. Do you have a tool indicator which calculate your position size, or do you put it in manually when you take the trade? I just use Bybit, the calculator. Well, not the calculator. I just put in my stop, and then I see how much I'd lose, and then I change my position size until it fits my risk, until it fits the amount I want to lose on the trade. Make sense? Ace. What's Ace? Ace, Bonk, Avex, ETH. All right, we'll do those and then we'll hop off. Okay. Starting with Link. What's Link looking like actually? Was bullish on this one when we were trading there. We're back at range lows now. Yeah, same as Bitcoin. I would see. I've talked about it in a previous stream where I said just compare this range to this one. Gives you a view of how long this stupid ass coin can range, you know. Been ranging for almost 2 years. Who says it can't do that right now? You see? So what would I wait for? Either a weekly close above here, buy the retest, or buy in straight, because yeah, if it puts in these legs, you're more than likely not gonna get a retest. But wait for a weekly close above range high, or buy some at range lows and play it like that. Or play the range, you know, buy at the lows, sell at the highs. But until then, wouldn't really expect anything special from this one. What's this? Ace. Is this... interesting. Haven't really checked this one yet. Oof, interesting. Yeah, it's sad that this move didn't go below these lows, but even then, it swept some. Sorry. It swept some lows down here on the daily, which might be enough for some to go for some highs next. Yeah, I think at least this high gonna be next, but it pumped too much already for me to go long here. You know, we have these lower time frame lows resting here, so I'd rather wait for a sweep of them into this area and then long with invalidation below the sweep, right? And then target the highs, this high and this level up here. Something like this. See, that would make sense. 2.5R. If you long here with a stop below those lows, you might just be the exit liquidity or entry liquidity better, right? If this scenario happens, then yeah, you're fucked. So, and if you're putting your stop down there, that's a 1 hour trade, that's not worth it. But if you're in longs from lower, I would just hold, you know, hold it for the highs, take some off, hold some in case it squeezes a lot higher. But it's looking good. I'll definitely keep an eye on this one. We'll put it in my list actually. Nice, good find. Bonk, let's do Bonk next. Thanks for today, bro, was a great stream. Hey, good to hear, man. Usually miss the live. You'll be able to rewatch after the live is done. I'll upload the video to YouTube, so no worries. How do you consider the force of quickness of a move when entertaining a position based on previous expected moves? Damn. Let me read that again. How do you consider the force of quickness of a move when entertaining a position based on previously... I don't understand the question, sorry. What do you mean? Based on previously expected moves. I don't get what the question is, mate. Sorry. This is gonna fly. You'll see. Just a sweep into 4 hour demand. 4 hour closed. Dumped. Swept the low into this consolidation. Either we do this. Boom, boom. Or we do just this and pump from here. You'll see. Okay, so Bonk and AVAX, and then I'll hop off. It's been an hour. Yeah, I don't like it. I'll tell you immediately. Bonk has been one of those that's been on a massive run. With up here people flexing $11 million profit sizes. And then this happened. First bounce, lower high, more people profit taking, right? And this just to me screams like maybe some more upside, but then ultimately that it wants to trade lower. So no way I'm interested in this. I wouldn't even trade it. I might, this is one of those coins that's good for hedging short, in my opinion. Could even do this, right? Go for the highs, and then that's a massive short back to the lows, in my opinion. So nah, not this is looking horrible, I think. There's a huge diff possible, man. I don't really look at those. I mean, everyone his own thing, you know. Not saying like I just made that squiggle go above here, so I could definitely see this do this, right? That's what? That's from here, that's a 60% move to the upside. So I'm not saying like it's a bad play, but please don't buy this thinking it's the next Bitcoin and it's going for like, no, it's not gonna happen. But yeah, some upside from here, sure. Areas to watch, probably this, right? Wicked in there, support, broke below and sold off. So that's probably gonna be resistance. If it reclaims this, it's off towards these highs into this supply, and then I'd be fully out up here. If you expect a pump, but it pumps way faster than you expected, do you begin to disregard levels that you may have otherwise shorted? No, man. You need to stick to your plan. You need to follow your plan, no matter how fast something pumps or how strong it may look. Follow your initial plan. I recently tweeted about that. I said a wise man once said, no matter how price comes into your level, right, it shouldn't change your plan. Because what you often get is they bait you into thinking it's super strong, right? And then it pumps into your level, you're like, oh fuck, this looks strong, and this pumped so fast into my level, I'm not gonna short, I'm adding to my longs, and then boom, you know? So nah, stick to your plan, man, always. Right, gonna hop off. It's been over an hour. Lovely stream again. Thanks you guys. Thank you guys for coming. As I said, thanks to PrimeXBT. If you want to join my Discord, doing the 10K account at the moment, posting all my positions live. If you want to join, simply make an account using the link in the description. Deposit bonus of up to 7K as well. So big thanks to PrimeXBT. Leave a like if you haven't already and subscribe. We're close to 7K subs, so let's get it. All right. Stay safe in the markets. Take it easy. Don't risk too much. As always, all the best and enjoy your weekend. Bye.